Hey you guys, welcome to another Talky Tuesday. It might be posted on Wednesday, and I'm sorry about that. It is 10:59, and I'm just now getting everything in the house settled so that I can relax and talk to you. Kevin is sleeping. He gets up really early to go to work. Nate's been in bed for a while, and he did take his little email printout with him, and Jeff is downstairs eating chocolate. And he came up here to get some milk, and, he didn't offer me any chocolate. So what's up with that? Anyhow, I'm in much better spirits, and if you've been reading my blog, you kind of know why. It's because I have these to look at now. Are these beautiful or what? Little thong panties with a little heart. Oh, I think they're inside out. How can you tell if they're inside out or not? There. The rhinestones must be pointing out. So, this is the part of my Christmas stocking, and they'll always be in a place where I can look at them and laugh and enjoy them. And I just promised that I'd show them to you tonight. So, so the thongs made me happy, and sincerely, it's the thought, and it's the thought of everything, every comment, every comment that's been left for me, the cards that were sent, the sentiments that have gone back and forth. It just means a lot to me, so thank you very much. And it really gives me something to focus on this time of year. And that's what it's about. To me, that's what Christmas is about. It's about connecting. It's about love and sharing and letting people know that you care about them. And knowing and feeling that they care about you too. It's that nurturing. And it's nice. The traditions are nice, and everything here is going to be fine. So, with that in mind, I want to tell you I got a couple other early Christmas presents. The Vikings won last night on Monday Night Football. Yay Vikings. And the Wild won tonight. Yay Wild. Two of my favorite teams, and they're actually doing their job, which is cool for me. Certainly appreciate that. Say, listen, is anybody else having problems with getting email notifications through Multiply? I just noticed that yesterday and today, I didn't get my normal email notifications, like when you guys post something, or if you answer something or respond to something that I've posted. Normally I would get an email. And I went and checked all my settings, and none of that had changed. But I'm not getting the emails. So I'm just wondering if anybody has any insight on that. If you could let me know. Maybe Multiply is just doing something that I'm not aware of. Or maybe I need to change something on my end, because I really miss that. So I'm going to, after I get done with this tonight, I'm going to go in and try to get caught up with everybody. I visited a couple pages before I came to do this. And I just don't want to miss anything. So there. If anybody has any ideas about that, let me know. It would be much appreciated. Today's topic, Teresa's topic for today, for Tuesday, is your quirks. And if you have a chance, go to her page and read hers. And I read Robin's. And then Nancy, in Robin's comments, Nancy also wrote some quirks. So I think I'm sure I left a message on Robin's page about me being a hugger. I love to connect to people, and that's one of the ways I do it is I'm a hugger. And I know there's been people that have come into my life, and I go to give them a hug and they kind of back up, and I'm like, oh, I'm a hugger, sorry. And, there's people that I don't hug, but it's one of the things I do, is I'm a hugger. So I guess that would be considered a quirk. As far as, like, what Teresa was saying about people saying I love you, or different means of I love yous, and I'm sorry's, and I promise. I guess, I have a tendency to fall in love with people quick too. And while I believe in so many different levels of love and so many different kinds of love, I probably am one of the people that most would consider that I overuse it. But when I say it, I really mean it. So it's very sincere. But I suppose people could suggest that I'm overusing it, and I completely agree that people say I'm sorry, but don't really think about the consequences of if they're going to do it again or not, whatever they're apologizing for. I've been disappointed several times by people who have said they're sorry and then made a promise that it would never happen again, and then it happened again, and so. I don't think I've put as much thought into those as Teresa probably has, but she's written some good things about those using that language in your life. As far as other quirks that I have, boy, I enjoy calling people out on certain things. If I smell BS, I'm going to let you know I smell BS. I also can't stand people who are hypocritical, who profess to be one way, but their words and actions don't match. I don't think it's good enough to just say, this is how I am. I think actions speak louder than words. And I recently came across a conversation on Multiply here, where I felt that a lot. And I'm probably going to blog about it because I'm interested in your guys' topic, so I'm not going to go into it much here. But it has to do with your religious beliefs and how you present yourself. If you claim to be one way, isn't it important that you present yourself in that same manner? So hopefully I'll get to that tomorrow, because it's something that's fresh in my mind and frustrating for me, and it's something that I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand it, but what happened online, what happened, didn't help me understand it all. So maybe my contacts can give me some insight on that. So I'll be writing about that later. But it has to do with judging people, hypocrisy, and just people just doing things that are plain old stupid. Things that just don't make sense. I think that's it. I always want everything to make sense. I always think things should make sense, and the fact of the matter is that life doesn't always make sense. So, that's probably one of my quirks, is that I always want to figure everything out, and I want it to make sense to me. Another thing that probably gets to me a little bit is when people pass on misinformation, like they don't know the truth, or they pass off their opinion as the truth, and people have a tendency to be sheep-like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's easier for people to listen to what somebody else has said and just agree with it without really forming their own opinion. And so I have a tendency to ask people, why? Why do you believe that? Do you know both sides of the story? How can you make up your mind if you don't know both sides of the story or all the facts? That type of thing. So that's probably another one of my big quirks. And I'm sure if you talk to anybody I know, they'd come up with a million other quirks to tell you about. I think that's it, and I can't believe my time is almost up. I have like half a minute left to ramble on to you, and it just seems like I just started talking. So with that in mind, I want you to look at all the Christmas cards that you guys have been sending to me, and you can see part of my tree there. And just know that the holiday spirit is in this house, and it's alive and well, and thank you very much for adding to that and being a part of it. That's it. 6 seconds. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.